What is up, my beautiful babes and babes of the world? It's your girl Keelan, aka Itskeilynnn, and I am back with another mother freaking video. As you guys can tell, this video is going to be different. It is me talking instead of doing a makeup tutorial. I've already done my makeup for the day. This is actually like 10 hours old of makeup because I've been at work all day. But as you can tell from the title, it is called Leaving 2018 Behind, or something. It's going to be with something about goodbye 2018 pretty much. So I actually I was at work and I just thought this would be a good video to do. So I bought me a book on my lunch and I just wrote down every emotion, pretty much. Actually, not every emotion that I felt in 2018, but like a majority of how 2018 went for me. So I decided to write 2018 a letter, pretty much. So that's what I'm going to be reading to you. It's pretty emotional, so yeah, I'm gonna just put that out there right now. Okay. So this is dear 2018. This year started off great. I brought it in with the love of my life, spent it with family, and went to college. Everything was perfect until they weren't. I lost the love of my life. My life fell apart. All was lost, and so was I. I became depressed. I stopped eating. I stopped caring, and I was just going through the motions, existing but not living. You brought me heartache and pain, laughs, losses, and love and joy, good times and bad, and you even almost broke me. But I found myself again. I started YouTube. I found a reason to live, to wake up, to get out of bed. I found my passion, and I'm slowly but surely learning to perfect my craft. I've lost friends and gained friends and made new memories along the way. You showed me the world isn't always fair, and you taught me that not everyone was meant to stay in my life, and some people were only there for a season. You've seen me at my lowest point in my life, where I thought I was worthless and I thought this world would be better off without me. And you've seen me hate the skin I'm in just because I'm not the average size that you see in movies. And you've seen me love my skin and all its flaws because I am beautiful and nothing can change how I view myself. You've seen me laugh and cry, get back up and try, question why, and even just sit back inside. 2018, you were a real pain in the butt, but I came out on top. I may not be in college or have a plan, but I have a good job and I'm figuring myself out and trying to live my best life. So yes, you kicked my butt, but I came back fighting. So goodbye 2018, bring it on 2019. Now I thought this was pretty emotional because 2018 was obviously a rough year for me. It brought a lot of good things, but it mostly brought a lot of bad things that I had to deal with, some of it plays a part into why I was not recording as much as I should have, because I just didn't have the motivation to get up and record a video and everything like that. For you guys who don't know, when I first started doing YouTube, or the reason I first thought about creating a YouTube channel for makeup was back in like 2016, 2017, and I was with my ex of 2 years. And going into 2018, things were great. We were literally brought in 2018 together. And things just kind of ended. No, we didn't bring in. Did we bring in 2018? We brought in one of these years together. I don't remember. But I think it was 2017 that we brought it in together. 2018, we still brought it in together, but we weren't really together anymore. We were trying to work on things. And it didn't happen, as you guys don't know because I don't really talk about it. But as you guys know, I am single. And it put a lot of things into perspective because I had this plan from 2016 when we first, from 2015 when we first started dating to the rest of my life. I had a plan. That plan slowly began to go away, and more and more bad things were happening than good things. But yeah, more and more bad things were happening than good things, and I just became really down, and I just stopped caring, and I became so depressed that I literally I thought about suicide. I went to the doctor in the early 2018. This was when I was in college, and the doctors diagnosed me with depression, and I was supposed to be on medicine that I am not on because I will not take it, because I never went to go get the prescription filled, because it was something in me that did not want me to admit to myself that I was depressed. And I felt like if I would have had to go actually get on that medication, then it would mean that I was at a really, really, really low point in my life. And everybody who knows me, who knows me as a strong person who doesn't really let things bother her. But 2018 bothered me. It was a real pain in the butt. It's really hard to actually talk about this because I don't really share a lot of my life with anybody, and that's something that I have to work on. Just learning to, open up to people. And know that I don't always have to be strong for everyone, because that's my problem. I try to be too strong for everyone instead of just trying to be strong for me. I tend to put myself last in a lot of situations, and 2018 was a real life change, or it was a real change for me. It made me more aware of the things that I need to work on, and it opened my eyes to a lot of things as far as life in general. Life is not always going to be perfect. It's up to you to make it perfect. It's up to whatever, and life isn't perfect. It has its ups and downs, but it's up to you to create that version of perfection that you want. And for me, I have to say 2018, most of 2018, I was in a really, really, really bad place mentally. And I started letting it show physically. As far as my weight, I started gaining it more because I just really didn't care anymore. The way I dressed, I didn't care. How I looked, I just did not care. My self-image it showed how I felt, and it was not a good one. I did not know my self-worth, and it was to a point where I just did not think I was good enough for anybody after my breakup. I literally had to refine who I was, because at this point I was 19, or I was 19, and I had to I was with him since 2015, so that's like 2 years, or maybe going on 3, and I was with him that entire time, and I didn't have to read or date or anything because it was right. I was always with him. It just put a lot of things in perspective for me. 2018 was the year that I had a lot to learn as far as myself and what I need to do for myself, and how I need to stop putting me on the back burner as much as I do. Sorry guys for these long pauses. I'm honestly trying not to cry right now. But it's made me realize that I need to start putting myself first and start being more selfish with myself instead of always caring about what others do or what others say or what others think, and stop trying to be so much of a people pleaser, because that is who I am. That's who I've always been. I've always tried to make sure everyone else was happy before I was. And it's time for me to be selfish with myself and learn more self-love about myself. And I'm not saying that I have to be really thin to love myself, but what I'm saying is I let my health, mental, physical health go, because I was dealing with so much that I just did not tell anybody. And I just broke it. It kind of like broke me in a way. And it was because it was the breakup. That was like the trigger. But what kept happening after was the fact that I didn't have a plan anymore. I was always this girl who had a plan. I knew at the age of 5 or 7 that I wanted to be a lawyer. I changed that, but I automatically had a plan. If I didn't go to law school, I was going to be a writer. I didn't want to be a writer anymore, so I changed that to wanting to be a doctor. Now I'm at a point where I just don't know anything anymore, and I'm 20, and I felt bad that I didn't know anything anymore. And it's just like, I'm 20. I'm not supposed to know anything at this age. This is the ages that I'm supposed to be making mistakes, and I'm supposed to be living my best life and doing whatever I have to do to be happy. And it wasn't sinking in that I was supposed to be doing these things and making these mistakes, because I've always had a plan. So I didn't make mistakes, and now I have to learn how to live and make those mistakes and live without a plan, but also have a plan in effect, if that makes sense. So basically, going into 2019, I plan to travel more. I already have somewhere I'm going in February. I have somewhere I'm going in March, and I hope I have somewhere I'm going in September. I just plan to explore more. I plan to love myself more and be more selfish with myself and stop caring what everybody else, like how they view me, because yes, like opinions matter, but they shouldn't have that much of an effect over how I view myself. And I want to be honest, the way I viewed myself for a long time, for most of 2018, was negative, because I just felt like I was not good enough. I was not pretty enough. I was not small enough. I have my flaws, and I was just letting all that negativity win. I stopped talking to people. I stopped caring. I wasn't me, honestly. That was not me, and it's very emotional to think back and to look and just to remember that some of the things that I did, nothing bad, but it wasn't me. And it's a learning experience. As we get older, I just always thought that life was this perfect, it was this grand thing that happens, and after you were supposed to I just always wanted to be the perfect child. I wanted to go to college. I wanted to graduate high school, go to college, have this great life. I always had a perfect plan. And for me, when I messed up my perfect plan, it made me feel as I was let down to myself, mostly because I felt like I wasn't good enough for myself. And honestly, it was just a lot of pressure that I was putting on myself, because you don't have to go to college right after high school if you're not ready. You don't. That's what society wants. That's what is enforced. But you can take some time and be who you want to be, and make the mistakes you want to make, and do what you want to do. And I didn't. It wasn't registering to me that I could do that. It was, this has to be done, and this has to be done by this age, and and it doesn't have to be that way at all. So in 2019, I plan to make a lot of mistakes. I plan to live. I plan to travel. I plan to be me again and regain the confidence that I lost in myself, regain the self-worth that I lost, the self-love. Overall, I plan to be the Keelin that is right here, right now. The Keelin that is just all bubbly all the time, not just pretending, you know. I plan to go back to being me, probably even a better version of me. So yeah, that's all I want to say in this video for my last video of 2018. 2018 was a real struggle, but I overcame a lot of my struggles, and I know I'm not going to overcome them all, not this soon, but it's okay. And I feel like the biggest lesson I learned from 2018 was it's okay to let go. It's okay to not know, and it's okay to just go with the flow. And I'm sorry that rhymed, but those are the three things that I've learned from 2018, because I needed that for myself, and I needed that. And I hope a lot of you guys learned something from me this year. I hope you didn't have a really crappy 2018 like I did. Or if you relate to me, you can always DM me on Instagram. I'm pretty sure YouTube has an instant message thing. You can always message me on YouTube, and I will get back to you, because we all have our demons that we deal with. So goodbye 2018. Hello 2019. See you guys. Always remember to stay classic, a little bit trashy, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.
Okay, my intuition never lies. There's nothing you can never hide. Already got this.